Deion Sanders hit with harsh warning for 2025 as Kaidon Salter receives bittersweet news. Deion Sanders is steadily raising the records at Colorado. After going 4-8 in his debut season, he went 9-4 last year. But of course, the presence of Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter contributed a huge part to why they were able to hit a bowl season. His QB son showcased his passing abilities with 4,134 yards and 37 TDs with a completion rate of 74%. Hunter was exceptional on both sides of the football and became the Heisman winner, who later went on to be drafted as the second overall. Even so, the Buffs still had question marks in some areas. Now the key playmakers are gone, and 2025 is shaping up to be the raw, gritty sequel with fewer stars and much more uncertainty. On the June 15th episode of the Cover 3 podcast, Buff Stampede's Adam Munsterteiger joined Bud Elliott to drop a reality check. And the vibes surrounding post-Shedeur Colorado weren't immaculate. I think it's got to look a lot different than the 10 personnel looks with Shedeur Sanders having that accuracy and arm talent, he said. He's got the quarterback talent that's much better than a fifth-round pick. So you're having to replace that. And so it's got to be a more balanced attack. And that concern surrounding that balance stems from the Buffs' dismal running game. As Adam Munsterteiger pointed out, you can't compete for championships if you have no running game. And that really was the case for Colorado the last 2 years. Dead last in the FBS ranks in rushing offense the last 2 seasons. And he's not wrong. In 2023, the Buffs averaged a miserable 2.3 yards per carry and just 68.9 rushing yards per game. Last season saw no improvement. Deion Sanders' team averaged 2.5 yards per carry and 65.2 rushing yards per game, with 847 yards and 15 TDs on 341 rushing attempts. That's bottom of the barrel bad. They ranked 110th in EPA per rush and let Shedeur Sanders get sacked at a brutal 8% clip. He spent more time dodging defensive linemen than working through his progressions. So, like the Buffs insider said, you cannot have that happen again in 2025 and expect to achieve your goals. In 2024, OC Pat Shurmur schemed everything around Shedeur Sanders' arms and Travis Hunter's speed. It might have worked to some extent, but now the WR room has been gutted. In addition to Hunter, Deion Sanders also lost LaJohntay Wester and Will Shepherd, while leading rusher Isaiah Augustov hit the portal. They're adding 11 personnel with tight end Zach Atkins to add some balance. As Munsterteiger added, you bring in Kaidon Salter, a quarterback transfer from Liberty. That is a true dual threat, and I think that could just balance out your offense pretty quickly right there. But is Shurmur really ready to leave his NFL roots behind and embrace the college game's RPO-heavy, motion-based identity? Can Kaidon Salter change the run game narrative for Deion Sanders? There's a new QB1 in Boulder in Kaidon Salter, the Liberty dual-threat dynamo. Now it's up to him and a patchwork RB room led by Simeon Price, who had 3.1 yards per carry, and FCS transfer Kalen Taylor, who padded his stats with a 97-yard run last season. Deion Sanders also added Byron Leftwich, who has come in as a consultant to aid Pat Shurmur in shifting to a more run-friendly scheme. He's not Shedeur Sanders, but he might be what this offense needs. Kaidon Salter passed for 2,876 yards and rushed for 579 yards in 2023. He also rushed for 1,089 yards the year before and 1,886 yards last year. He can flat-out move, and that alone should prevent another season of 10 pass-set misery from Pat Shurmur's offense. Julian Lewis, the 5-star freshman phenom, is waiting in the wings, but Adam Munsterteiger doesn't see a path for him to beat out the vet yet. It's hard to envision a scenario in which he beats out Kaidon Salter, he said. Now I think he's going to be the number 2 guy, and I think he's going to push Kaidon Salter. Still, others think the QB situation is going to be a tandem role. It's bittersweet for Kaidon Salter in the sense that while he's hyped over Julian Lewis, he's expected to let that run ability shine. If not, a lot of chatter will break loose, and Deion Sanders could be questioned. Coach Prime's Travis Hunter replacement gets overwhelming love from Colorado camp after Major Life Up to Tech. Filling Travis Hunter's shoes isn't just about locking down WRs and CBs. It's also about swagger, heart, and doing it all under the bright lights of Boulder. During his time under Deion Sanders, The number 2 overall pick was already engaged to Liana Lini in February 2024. It's only recently, in May, that the couple tied the knot. And now, back in Colorado, a new player is not only taking Hunter's place on the field, but also mirroring Hunter's own marital status. In a new Instagram post on June 15th, Colorado CB Preston Hodge dropped a huge update concerning his love life. Posting a series of classy black and white photos with his love, who goes by Cielo Hodge on IG, he added the caption, "Two are better than one, and we've known that since we were 15. With God at the center and love all around, we said, I do." The post turned into a full-blown celebration from the Buffs family. It drew lots of support from the Colorado camp, including one from fellow CB DJ McKinney, who commented 100 points. LB Jeremiah Brown also chimed in, saying, "Congrats my brother Red Heart." WR Terrell Timmons Jr. and S. Herman Smith also showed their support with a red heart emoji. It also garnered a response from Deion Sanders Jr., who commented, "Congrats 2-4. And this isn't just a wedding flex. The couple has a baby boy named Ezra Douglas Hodge, who joined the family in the fall of 2024. Even before he was born, Preston Hodge knew it would be his biggest blessing. During his gender reveal in March 2024, he wrote on his social media, "You're my new why and my motivation for what I do. I'm going to make it to the league for you and mommy." And such a kind of desired motivation is often the strongest fuel for the pursuit of greatness. Preston Hodge has already shown he's got the game to match the mindset as Travis Hunter's replacement at CB. After transferring in from Liberty as a 4-star after the 2023 season, the 6 feet 0 inches, 195-pounder immediately became a rock in Colorado's secondary. Last season, he racked up 33 total tackles, 2 interceptions, and 6 passes defended before an injury cut his season short as he missed the final 4 games. So yeah, his unfinished business tag spoke for itself when he declared his return to Deion Sanders' team for the 2025 season. Now, with Travis Hunter married and on his own path, Preston Hodge is the guy to watch as he fights to make his league dream come true. Meanwhile, Deion Sanders is building a machine for the upcoming season. Colorado signs another player with Travis Hunter's trait. When you hear the word two-way player, it automatically takes you back to Travis Hunter. And so, while Preston Hodge locks down the secondary, Deion Sanders just landed another dual-threat weapon in Kyle Carpenter of the 2025 class. On the football field, the 6 feet 3 inches, 200-pounder from Buford, Georgia, is the Swiss Army knife every coach dreams of. He played both WR and CB, notching 9 receptions for 142 yards and a touchdown. But don't sleep on his basketball skills. Kyle Carpenter dropped 17 points in the first round of the GHSA state playoffs. And he wants to play both football and basketball at Colorado. "If the coaches allow me to play both sports, I would love to," he told Athlon Sports. With guys like Julian Lewis and Mantrez Walker also joining from Georgia, this recruiting class is starting to look like Deion Sanders' best yet. Carpenter isn't just another commit. He's the next experiment in Colorado's lab of versatility, ready to deliver on both ends, both courts, and every spotlight. And now, with able players filling out the void left by Travis Hunter, there's a chance Colorado could experience continuity despite losing several key pieces.